Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Realm of Orya. In this video, we will continue with Volume 19, Chapter 1, The First Battle, Part 9. If you haven't watched the previous video or chapter, you can find the link in the description below. And before we start, this video contains spoilers from Tensura Light Novel. And by the way guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to get notifications for upcoming videos. So without further ado, let's get into the video. We veered off into an unexpected topic, but the conversation itself went smoothly. Now, let me summarize what we've learned about the enemy situation. Viga, who was originally Yuki's friend, has gained significant power and become much stronger. Ranga intervened just in time when Misora and the others were in danger, and somehow managed to fend Viga off. However, Viga had consumed Orya, an enemy defeated by Kumara, which allowed him to rapidly heal and enhance his combat abilities. While we don't have exact figures, if we compare their overall strength, Viga appears to be stronger than both Ranga and Kumara. He had a crude personality, flattery towards the strong and intimidation towards the weak. Surprisingly, he also possessed excellent survival instincts, managing to survive against all odds and acquire great power. I viewed him as a highly troublesome adversary. On a side note, Orya had the ability to create mythical-grade weapons with her own skill. Unlike Velgrynd, Orya's weapons were materialized and didn't disappear when she was eaten by Viga. This information was confirmed by Fran and Kizona, the knight captains under Leon, and I also verified it with Kumara. Therefore, it is believed that Viga has inherited the weapon creation skill. This problem could become increasingly dangerous if left unaddressed, so it would be best to deal with him as soon as possible. I personally relate to this kind of issue, so it feels all too real to me. The warrior defeated by Sawe through a surprise attack was named Arios. Unfortunately, he managed to escape before being finished off. It was an uncommon mistake for Sawe, but considering Arios' abilities, it seemed unavoidable. The enemy side had a user of instantaneous movement, as confirmed by Khan's testimony. It wasn't magic but a skill, allowing them to move through space without any prior movement. The girl possessing this ability was named Mai Furuki, and we would need to reconsider our strategy to account for her skills. Although these four individuals were considered the weakest among the enemies, they had still caused us significant trouble. Some of them, like Pico and Gracia, who were Rain's drinking buddies, initially hesitated to join the enemy side but were influenced by Michael's ultimate dominion and turned against us. Seal-san might be able to do something about it, but it would require a specific procedure. There was still a possibility that their control could be broken through their own will, so we needed to carefully evaluate the situation. Then there were the formidable enemies, Velgrynd, Zelario, and Feldway. There was no better word to describe them than threatening. I personally fought against Feldway, and I experienced firsthand how strong he was. Since he didn't appear to be taking things seriously, I believed it would be best to leave him to Diablo. Therefore, I will postpone discussing Feldway for now. Hey, Guy-san, is Velgrynd-san going to be alright? You didn't even bother to offer help. You're speaking as if you're detached from the situation. Oh, no, it was more like a lover's spat, and I didn't think an outsider was necessary. Stop messing around. Well, you're not completely delusional. It seems like she's filled with built-up resentment, and her main objective is to harass me. Usually, I would create an alternate space and fight her there, but even I can't control Velgrynd. Even if she agrees to it, I can't impose something for my own convenience on her. Indeed, I didn't expect the barrier used during Walpurgis to have any control over Velgrynd. There might be more powerful techniques, but it seems that Guy has deemed them too difficult. Well then, it seems Guy-san will have a challenging role. Hey, wait. It's too much for us to handle, so we'll rely on Guy-san to show us what he's capable of. So, Diablo, how did things go with Zelario? Fufufu, to be honest, Zelario is a formidable opponent. If we solely compare strength, he might even surpass Feldway. Really? Yes, Feldway is enticed when provoked, but Zelario is a ruthless warrior. Psychological tactics don't work on him. He's not the most exciting opponent, but that's precisely why we need to play to our strengths. Yeah, Zelario has always been strong, unlike Cornu and the others. He proved quite useful in the battle against the world-destroying dragon Ivarage. However, his movements became monotonous right after Feldway reappeared. Something must have happened to him. He didn't participate in Kagali and the others' fight, right? Yes, that's correct. As soon as I saw Feldway, I fell under Michael's control, but Feldway himself kept a close eye on me. Upon hearing this, Benimaru and I exchanged glances. If Feldway had joined the battle earlier, we wouldn't have made it in time, and Kagali would have been killed. In that case, Sylvia-san would have been in danger too. It was strange that Feldway didn't make a move. Unless he had no intention of interfering, there was no reason for him to head towards Kagali and the other's location. So, what was his motive? There must have been a purpose, right? I suppose so. I mean, one possibility is that our speculation was correct. I guess we should assume that Feldway can also use the ultimate dominion. What do you mean? It was Sylvia-san who asked, but Kagali seemed to be pondering something, as if she had a notion. After contemplating for a while, she spoke up. I don't expect you to believe my opinion, but Kagali seemed to be aware of her delicate position and started the conversation that way. However, Guy immediately dismissed her doubts. I believe you, Kazelim, so don't hold back. Guy seemed to have recognized Kagali as the former demon lord Kazelim at first sight. Yet, he was willing to listen to her without any reservations. It was at that moment I realized the significance of Guy's presence. You're still as confident as ever, Guy, and no longer a demon lord. So, I'll just be Kagali. With a faint smile, Kagali began sharing her thoughts. To summarize Kagali's story, she had autonomy until Feldway arrived, and she devised a plan to betray him after consulting with Leon covertly. In a precarious battle, just as she was about to enter the magic transfer circle, Feldway appeared and immediately subjected her to control, leaving her no opportunity to resist. The timing was extremely unfortunate, bordering on sheer bad luck. It seemed like a perfect ending was within reach when Yuki regained his self-awareness, and they could have escaped to their country. However, discussing that now was futile since it was merely a hypothetical scenario. Regardless, there was an undeniable connection between Feldway and the domination. This bolstered the credibility of Diablo's reasoning, although I was reluctant to admit it and instead proposed a negative possibility. The issue lies in the condition required to activate the ultimate dominion. It appears that Michael possesses the ability to transfer specific powers, and it might be feasible to trigger it remotely as long as someone can observe you. In my case, I could exert a certain degree of power over the area I could see using the Argus spell. It was one of the secret techniques I wanted to keep hidden as much as possible since it allowed me to catch people off guard from a considerable distance. However, I should have realized that what I could do, others could also achieve. That's what I believed, but Guy rejected the notion. Well, it's possible, but if it involves spatial manipulation or even power that affects the mind, I believe the activation conditions would be more demanding. I strongly believe that what Guy had suggested was indeed the case. As I had repeatedly mentioned before, the ability of spatial transportation required knowledge of the precise coordinates of the destination. Once you possessed that information, you could influence the surrounding area as an application of the power. In other words, knowing the positional coordinates made it effortless to activate the spell. Reflecting upon it now, I felt somewhat foolish for my previous excitement in considering it a secret technique. Furthermore, Feldway wasn't the only one serving as Michael's eye, and it seemed peculiar that Kagali was granted freedom when Michael bestowed power upon her. This implied that Ober's betrayal had made Michael more cautious. If Michael had been able to activate the ultimate dominion once he became more alert, he wouldn't have needed to rely on Feldway. However, since that wasn't the case, there must be a reason why Feldway became Michael's eye. This raised the question, was Feldway truly given the ultimate dominion, as Diablo had claimed? Or, this is mere speculation, but it's possible that Michael has absorbed Velgryn's dragon factor. If that's the case, it wouldn't be surprising if he could utilize her parallel existence ability.